You could be the best-looking guy in the world and she could still leave you. You could be the smartest, the most successful, the one everyone admires, and she could still get tired of you in 6 months. But if you can make a woman feel these two specific things when she's with you, I guarantee her brain will never let you go. Hi, I'm Sally, and today we're going to talk about the two feelings that create addiction and make her unable to walk away from you. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly what those two feelings are, but I'm warning you. Once you understand this, you're going to look back and see with brutal clarity where you went wrong in your past relationships, and you'll realize where they went wrong with you too. Because this isn't about manipulation, it's about understanding how the female brain actually works. Not that romanticized version the movies sell, but the real version. The one that governs her decisions even when she doesn't realize it. Let's get right to it. The difference between the guy she forgets and the guy she chases. Most men think a woman falls in love because of looks, financial stability, or great sex. And look, all of that helps in the beginning. But that's not what makes her wake up in the middle of the night thinking about you. It's not what makes her turn down other guys even when she's single. What really creates that kind of deep attachment are two specific feelings. When they activate together, something chemical happens in her brain. Dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins, all at the same time. And then, you're no longer just an option to her. You become a necessity. So, what's the first feeling? Feeling number 1. Emotional security. But hold on. It's not that financial security everyone thinks about. It's not about you paying her bills. It's something much deeper and more primal. It's the feeling that with you, she can finally let her guard down. Let me explain. A woman's life is a constant emotional roller coaster. Social pressure, social media comparisons, judgments about her body, her choices, whether she's single or not, whether she has kids or not. The world demands things from her all the time, and it's exhausting. So when she finds a man by whose side she can simply breathe, where she doesn't have to pretend to be stronger than she is, where she can have a bad day without being judged, where she can cry without you saying she's being dramatic, that becomes her emotional refuge. And here is the secret that 95% of men don't understand. Emotional security isn't about you solving all her problems. It's about you being present without trying to fix everything. It's about validating what she feels without minimizing it. When you do that, her brain associates your presence with relief, with peace, with home. And nobody abandons their own home. But there's a problem. Emotional security alone isn't enough, because she can feel that with her best friend, her brother, or her therapist. To really make her addicted to you, she needs the second feeling, and this is the one that changes everything. Feeling number 2, sustained sexual tension. And no, I'm not just talking about sex. I'm talking about that electricity that makes her want you even when she's mad at you. That tension that makes her heart race when you touch her in a specific way. When you look at her with that intensity that says everything without saying a word. It's polarity. It's the masculine and feminine dancing. And most men kill this tension completely without even realizing it. You know how? By becoming her best friend, agreeing with everything, letting her lead all the time, losing their own essence just to please her. Sexual tension doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being challenging, from having boundaries, from not always being emotionally available for every little thing. It comes from maintaining a bit of mystery, a controlled unpredictability, because once she deciphers you completely, once she knows exactly how you'll react in every situation, her brain loses interest. It's not malice, it's biology. The human brain is addicted to novelty, so you need to be her refuge and her challenge, the peace and the adventure, the safe harbor and the storm. When you achieve this combination, she enters a mental state that psychologists call emotional flow. She stays in an infinite loop between comfort and excitement. And that creates a chemical dependency. This is why most men fail at this. Let me tell you where most of them go wrong. They offer only one of these feelings. They're either totally safe and predictable, and they become the friend, or they're too challenging, too distant, and she gets tired of the lack of stability. The secret is dynamic balance. You're the guy who listens to her talk about her bad day without judging, but you're also the guy who, after comforting her, pulls her in by the waist, looks her in the eye, and completely changes the energy of the room. You're the guy who provides security, but never total predictability. And look, if you've made it this far and you're thinking, wow, Sally, how do I apply this in practice? I totally get it. Everyone understands the theory, but execution is what separates those who just consume content from those who actually transform their lives. And that is exactly why I created the full guide, Attraction Secrets. In there, I dive deep into how to create these two feelings naturally, without looking calculated, how to balance presence and mystery, how to use body language and micro-gestures that activate her limbic system, without you having to say a word. It's the complete map I wish I'd had when I started studying relational dynamics. Here is the truth no one tells you. You know what the most ironic part of all this is? When you master these two feelings, you stop needing to prove your worth. You stop chasing. And then, naturally, you become scarce, rare. And women value what is rare. So this isn't just a technique to get a woman. It's a complete transformation of how you position yourself in the world. If this video made sense to you, leave a like down below. It shows me the content is on the right track. And subscribe to the channel because the next lesson will be even deeper. I'm Sally. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. You need to be magnetic. See you next time.